Welcome in. This is Sarah Luna from the Luna Walker. Thank you so very much for being here. I haven't been recording readings for a year and I'm coming back. Thank you so very much for being here for this comeback. We're going to set a candle intention first, and I'm holding space for whichever intention you wish to set before we get to choosing your deck. If you hear my dog snoring in the background, she's just part of the reading and she's sending love. So whichever intention you wish to set, I'm holding space for it. The intention I wish to set for this reading is to get the most effective answers to best serve you and the collective, holding space for whichever intention you wish to set. And I'm putting it aside. It's going to stay with us during our readings. We're also going to do some cleansing before we start. These are patchouli incense sticks. They are fair trade and handcrafted from India. Patchouli is really great for anything that has to do with protection and abundance of all kinds. Some people use it for fertility treatments because, you know, that's an abundance in its own. And some people use it for money spells and stuff like that. So anything that has to do with abundance, people suggest patchouli. And finding your future spouse is an abundance in itself. So we are using patchouli to cleanse these 4 beautiful decks and the crystals on top of them. We're taking a look at your future spouse, who they are, when they come in, what they bring, how you can recognize them. And if you like my tarot readings, feel free to check them out on Instagram as well. I post there daily. Every 20 hours, you get another card pull, another reading. Okay, I'm putting our patchouli aside. That's what happens if you get a tarot reading from a Reiki healer. They fall silent suddenly and do their thing. Okay, so what we have for pile number 1. This is pile number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let me just check the lighting. It's a bit dark suddenly. I think that's better. Okay. So what we have is pile number 1, 2, 3, and 4. For pile number 1, we have this beautiful blue lace agate. For pile number 2, we have this beautiful milky quartz. For pile number 3, we have a raw piece of kyanite. And for pile number 4, we have a raw piece of fluorite. So for those who like to choose their piles by seeing one card of each pile, please stay. I'm going to show you one card of each pile. For those who don't like that, please click the timestamps below for pile number 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to take a look at your future spouse, and I'm very happy that you're here. Thank you so much for subscribing, for liking, for commenting, and for clicking the bell to get future notifications. Thank you so very much for being here. welcome in, blue lace agate pile. I put your stone here next to my cleansing piece of selenite, and we're taking a look at who is your future spouse. We're taking a look at who your future person is, the person you're going to spend your life with. For those who do not wish to sign any economic contracts and want to get married, this can also be who is your future life partner, of course. Please use your own discernment with readings. So we're going to use this tarot deck that you chose. The tarot deck that you chose is the Buffy tarot deck, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I love this very much that you chose this deck. It's giving independence. It's giving me this energy of a very independent connection, whatever that means to you. But personally, what I feel is someone who lets you do your thing, but who supports you 100% when you need them, in ways where you couldn't even imagine it. It's kind of like, I was at a concert last night, incidentally, and I was standing behind a really big table and I couldn't see downstairs at the stage because it's like a 2-story thing. And my boyfriend, he just rushed there, grabbed this whole table and moved it so that I could stand in front of this balcony thingy and really look down at the concert. And it's like, I never asked him to do that, I never expected him to do that, but he saw I couldn't see, so he did something. He immediately intervened with no words spoken, and that's the energy I'm getting here. This is someone who lets you do your thing, but when they see that you are hindered in any kind of way, they will swoop in and they will remove obstacles. I'm hearing I will move mountains for you. So that's what I get off the bat. Let us take a look at your future spouse. So we have the Knight of Scythes. In this deck, scythes are swords. Interesting that I wanted to say scythes are blades. Maybe, sorry I kicked the camera. Maybe some of you are collecting things that are unusual. I know a few people who collect knives. So yeah, this is very specific. Never mind. Always take what resonates and leave the rest. Don't let anything take from you. So let's keep going. Ooh, your future spouse has a lot to say. Maybe, like, I'm getting, for those who don't know me, I can't help it. When I channel and messages come, they come, and then I stop shuffling and then I stop everything else. So I hope this isn't too spontaneous to you. I hope this works for you. Okay, so your future spouse, our blue lace agate people. Let's take a look at your future spouse. Okay, I'm going to put your beautiful deck aside and I'm going to pick up the cards in the order they came out. So we have the Ace of Scythes, then we have the 5 of Stakes. That's wands. Yeah, that's the 5 of wands. Then the 6 of Stakes came out, and that's really interesting because this card, I saw it all the while shuffling, and I was like, hey, if you want to come out, you have to come out. If you don't want to come out, I won't pull you. Like, I'm not pulling cards. And then the card was like, okay, and just flipped out of the deck. So at first it checked whether I see it, and then when I was like, you have to pull yourself, it did. So that's really sweet. And underneath we have the 5 of Pentacles. Before we clarify with the Past Lives Oracle and the Audacity Oracle deck, we're going to talk about your tarot cards here. Okay, so immediately the energy I'm getting is you two are very busy. Things are moving really fast in your lives, and I don't feel like it was like this always. Like, I don't think it was always like this, but I think the second you meet each other, or the second things work out between the two of you, you're in an energy in your life where things move for you and where you're very, very busy. It's this energy of, if you want to make plans with adults, you have to plan months ahead, and that's the energy I'm getting here. It's like a very fast moving energy in your lives in general, and you have a lot of new ideas and a lot of new things coming in. So like when you are with a person and this is what's happening, you know this is your future spouse, because this is the energy that surrounds your connection. Everything suddenly falls into place, everything suddenly works out for you, everything suddenly makes sense, you know? And it's like, oh, this is what I wanted to do my whole life, and I really have room and space to pursue it. And that's the energy. And also, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'm not saying, oh, suddenly money is going to fall into your lap and someone's going to ring you up and ask you to be Beyonce's manager. You know, it's not like it's not like that. There's a lot of hard work behind it, but I feel the second you are with this person, the second you meet this person, the second this person comes into your life, the hard work comes to fruition. Suddenly it's working out. Suddenly your calls are being answered. Suddenly the emails are being answered. Suddenly people call you back, you know. Suddenly things fall into place. Also, I just had to stop the video because my dog was scratching on the door. So you might be very, very nervous and very... the grunting is my dog too. She's getting comfortable on my lap. You're very, very nervous about this, and not nervous, but more like you're losing patience. It's an energy of, I can't wait for this person to finally come in. Where are they? So it's an energy of, I've been waiting and I've been getting, so this sounds weird, but this is what I'm hearing. I've been becoming a better person. You worked really hard on yourself to be the person you wish your future spouse to meet. Yeah. Hope that makes sense. And you've also won a big battle. I don't know what this big battle is, but a lot of people admire you for that. Maybe you got sober, or you finished an education, or you had a health scare and you've overcome it, or you worked through it, you know. It's something like a lot of obstacles have been in your way, and obstacles that are not... every day, you know, not everyday obstacles. It's more like it's something more significant. And it could also be something, it doesn't have to be health wise. It could also be that you finally overcame your intense need to people please, you know. So it doesn't have to be something health wise, but it's something that really impaired your life and that made things more difficult for you. And it was an obstacle for you and you overcame it. And thanks to that, it's easier for you to let this person into your life, this future spouse person. And honestly, this person, I feel like you meet them at the point where everything falls into place, but you're not fully done with learning how to overcome whatever this obstacle is. But I honestly feel for most of you, it's a people-pleasing tendency. Could also be something different, you know, use your own discernment with this reading. It's a public reading. But anyway, I feel that whatever it is that you are overcoming when this person becomes your future spouse, when you meet this person, you're still in the thick of it, you know, you're still in the process of overcoming this. And your person thinks of you constantly. My dog has the hiccups. Are you okay? This person thinks of you constantly, and I feel like it was a big surprise for you that this person shows you that this person is really seriously interested in you. And I'm speaking surprise like huge surprise, like surprise party of 40 people surprise. Like you really didn't suspect that this person wants more, is what I'm hearing. And I also feel that there are a lot of things that you're used to doing alone. There are a lot of things where you used to not get any help. I'm trying to give you a lot of markers on how you can identify this future spouse, how you can see them coming. So, and one of the last markers I see here, one of the big markers I see here is that the things that you used to do alone, this person comes to help you. And it's like you thought you're out in the cold with this, but this person is swinging in and helping. Like what I said in the beginning with the table, you know, you don't even have to say anything. They are here, they're supporting you, they are with you. And if you're out in the cold, you're out in the cold together. This is a person that has your back. This is a person that truly is with you. And I love that for you. It's a very seldom energy that someone sticks with you through the good and the bad. This person does. And I definitely want to take a look at the past lives oracle. Oh yeah. I love that one card immediately flipped over. Decks are so beautifully talkative when you cleanse them with incense. I love it. I also have my singing bowl here. But today I was like, no, incense. Okay, so from the past lives oracle, what we have is we have the warrior card with trauma, deserter, and conscripted. This is exactly why I shuffle on camera. Like I sped it up in the beginning, but when it comes to, oh sorry, my camera isn't focusing. When it comes to the oracle cards, I really shuffle them in front of you because they're always so on point. Like Spirit is very, very literate and on point sometimes, and especially today again. And it always looks cherry-picked, but you saw me shuffle. We have the warrior card here with trauma. Like I said in the tarot bit of the reading already, there is something you're overcoming. It could be a health scare, or it could be something that was traumatic to you. For some, this is people-pleasing to a tendency of self-abandonment, you know. For others of you, this could be a minor or a major health scare. Whatever it is, it's something that you're overcoming. It's something where you're like, this wasn't easy. This wasn't your everyday problem. This was something where I really had to work on myself, really had to look after myself. And whatever this trauma is, you are the warrior who plows through this. And when you do, you have this person at your side. I feel like when you plow through this is when things get serious between you and this person. Because like I said in the beginning, I feel you meet them when things in your life start falling into place. And when you overcome whatever this trauma is, whatever this obstacle is, this is when things start to get serious between the two of you. And when you realize that this person is someone who's really out in the cold with you, who's freezing with you, who's giving you their last shirt so that you freeze less out there in the cold, and who then helps you to find your way inside the warm house, you know, this is when you realize this is my future spouse material. You really go through thick and thin together. The other past lives card that I have is Governor, Court, Deposer, Advisor. So we have the War card and we have the Government card, and with a Pharaoh on it. So I feel like, as for past lives energies, you and this person, you go way back. Like we have a Pharaoh on this card. Also the kingdom of the Pharaohs lasted for 5,000 years. You go way back, you've known each other for many, many lifetimes, but I don't wish to push my beliefs on anyone, so if you're not into past life readings, I'm going to make this short. But for those who are, you've known each other for many, many lifetimes, and this is just yet another rodeo. And you are used to go to war together side by side. Like whatever that war is, whatever that the thing is that you're going up against, could be unfair wages, could be unfair housing situations, could be no available healthcare, you know, whatever it is, horrible bosses, you know, whatever it is, you're going up against it together. You have your back to their back, and you don't have to look back to know they're standing there. And I'm not saying that the two of you go from one problem to the next. That's not what I'm feeling here. But this is someone for happy days and for bad days. And that's a seldom find. This is not a good weather spouse. This is a spouse who's in it. Period. I'm also going to shuffle from this beautiful Audacity deck from the Pine Torch. So, ooh, okay. Oh my gosh, I love it. We do have the Audacity. This is the card the deck is named after, the Audacity, and you got the card. Isn't it beautiful? I'm going to read it to you. I absolutely love that you got the Audacity. And that could mean something as well, you know. I love that you have the Audacity. Like, I feel like this is something that this person says to you or about you a lot. It's like they're not used to someone being so upfront. You're someone who tells people if you have a problem, and you're someone who is very straightforward and very direct. And this person is like, wow, I can't believe you have the Audacity, but they love it, okay? They love it. A skeleton rose into the serene rainbow-filled sky, announcing his presence. Your bright, sunshiny day has been suddenly and unabashedly disturbed by the ultimate storm cloud. Just when you thought it was safe to smell the roses, the utter audacity of someone or something is coming in to rain on your parade. This is the ultimate wake-up call card. The card ends all cards. Give the boot to cheaters, users, couch surfers, energy vampires, fair weather friends, toxic bosses, and last week's rotten produce that has the audacity to mold. I love this so much because this card basically sums up the entire energy between the two of you. Not only did I say that in the beginning, that you are overcoming something major with this person at your side, but also I feel like this person has the audacity to be on your side come what may. This person is with you, and this person is someone you can count on. This person also helps you see people who have the audacity to go on your bloody nerves. This is an energy of someone who has your back, you know, someone who supports you come what may, someone who has your back. And honestly, I started this reading about who is your future spouse with an energy of how am I going to describe someone's energy to you in a way that you will be able to spot them immediately. But for you, blue lace agate pile, I don't have any worries about that anymore. Because with the history that you guys have from past lives, I feel like you see this person's energy and you're immediately like, yeah. And also my dog is sleeping so soundly right now. It's giving me the energy of with this person at your side, you can finally feel safe and you will sleep very deeply. Like you will have this really deep, relaxing sleep. And I mean, people in the countryside already have this silence around them, I think, but people in the city, a lot of people don't know this really deep sleep that you get when it's really silent outside. And I feel like listen to how my dog is snoring. It's like you will sleep so deeply with them at your side. You will feel so safe and comfortable. We have my magical oracle here, and I'm going to draw some last confirmation cards for you. So, your future spouse has a lot to say, that's for sure. I had to pause the video because I tried to shuffle before and the whole deck fell to the floor. Okay, so, ooh, I love this. I absolutely love your reading, Blue Lace Agate Pile. I love it. We have the moon, faces and weirdness. This person brings out parts of you where you were told for a really long time growing up that this is weird and that you shouldn't do that. It's like, don't talk like that, or don't walk like that, or don't laugh like that. It's like innate parts of you have been questioned by people for a long time, and it made you self-conscious about a lot of things. But this person is coming in and they're like, oh my gosh, you're funny, or I love how you do this and that. It's like, and you will be in this energy of they're not judging this. That's different, you know. And it's like you can be your weird selves together. Maybe you have weird dancing parties, just the two of you at home, you know, in your pajamas. It's like whatever tickles your funny bone, your weird bone, with this person you have that kind of connection. We also have Mors Mordre. Announce, herald, and signs. And I love this very much because I'm putting it here, and it's like I said, when things get really, really tough and there is something that you're trying to overcome, toxic friendships, people pleasing, people who are horrible to you and you haven't dared to cut them out of your life so far, a health scare that you didn't look at and you didn't go to the x-ray because you didn't want to see any further proof of what you already know, you know, stuff like that. Something that's really, really impairing your life in a way. This is a sign. This is what announces that this person is here, and what announces that this person, it's going to move in from a acquaintance to a serious relationship, and then from serious relationship to being your future spouse, to the energy of them having the audacity to being at your side forever in this lifetime again. I also feel with this card that there are many signs, and the most motor sign in question is in the sky. So it could be that you're asked to take a closer look at astrology, at all your placements, not only your sun sign. But it could also be a sign that together with this person you will look up at the stars and see the stars. You will have the time to breathe, because this person makes you feel like you have the time to do beautiful things. You know, they remind you of the things that you wanted to do before people started telling you that you're weird for wanting those things and that you should concentrate on a 9 to 5 and just do what everybody else says, you know. This person doesn't want that. This person has very artistic energy, and this person wants you to focus on what makes you happy, and they will move heaven on earth for you to be able to do that. This is your future spouse. You will know them when they come in, because their energy is very, very significant and very unique. I hope I described their energy well enough. If anyone has the twin flame or soulmate question, definitely soulmate. And thank you very much for being here. I appreciate you. If you could leave me a like or a comment to let me know how it resonated, that would really help my channel. And you can book a personal reading with me in my Etsy store if your heart says yes. Thank you so very much. Welcome in pile number 2, my milky quartz pile. We have your healing stone here right next to my cleansing selenite. Sorry, my voice. My dog is sleeping so soundly. In this reading, if you hear her snoring, she's just part of the reading. And also in this reading, I will help you spot and identify your future spouse, because we will take a look at the energy of your future spouse, so that when you meet them, you will be like, oh my gosh, this is them. This is what the weird lady on the internet said. So we already shuffled the deck. Let's take a look at your future spouse with this beautiful Tarot de Luz deck from Aito Saraiba. I follow this artist on Instagram and I highly recommend their art. So let's take a look. Your future spouse, milky quartz pile. Ooh, interesting. A lot is happening before you meet this person. Like your guides, your deck has a lot to say. Look at that. This is like a pile of 8 cards. Like, and I'm also getting the energy of a lot of things are going to feel backwards, and a lot of things are going to feel confusing. It's like when we're young and we start dating, a lot of people tell us never do this, never do that, never trust this, never trust that. And I feel like when you meet this person, all of this suddenly seems very wrong. It's like, because all this advice that you get as a teenager or as a tween, all this advice that you get when you're younger, it's very often based in playing games. And this person isn't playing games. Wow. And this person is someone who either talks a lot or has a lot to say. See, I was waiting for the card to come out on its own. This is an energy of someone who is very shy to say what they really want because they're used to not getting it. So this could be a person who talks a lot, but never about their true heart's desire, because it's very, very personal, and it's very, like, really opening the heart and getting into the nitty-gritty of personal, deeply personal things. It's making them feel very vulnerable, and they're not used to being vulnerable around people, especially when dating. It's like a lot of people have their guards up when dating because they're scared of getting hurt. And I feel like this person is definitely among those people. They have to work on that as we go, like with this relationship, as this relationship moves into a future spouse situation, you know? Okay. I'm also, in this reading, I'm called to take a look at the order the cards come out. Let's get a few more. And I always channel while I shuffle. That's why I talk so much, and that's why there are so many messages while I shuffle. Because I shuffle the cards properly in the beginning, but I sped up that process so you don't have to watch that. But when I'm in this shuffling process, I already start channeling, and there's already a lot of messages coming out, so highly recommend to not scroll past that, because there's a lot of messages there for you. We have the Seven of Swords. That bunny is adorable, and honestly, the very first thing I think of when I see this bunny is someone is running scared. Like, this person, they're not a scaredy person in general. It's just the whole idea of sharing their feelings, talking about their feelings. Sorry, I had to hit the camera. Sharing their feelings, talking about their feelings, talking about the vulnerabilities, making themselves vulnerable. This could be a very sensitive person and a highly intuitive person. And a lot of people who have these skills, who are very sensitive, highly intuitive, they try to numb that, because at some point it gets a little bit too much. So this person could be in the process of learning not to numb that anymore, or you could be helping them with that process to stop numbing that. Some people go for alcohol, other people go for any other kinds of substance abuse, but it is known that people who are very sensitive, very empathic, very intuitive, they feel more comfortable if they find a way to tone that down in times when they haven't learned about how to deal with it first or at all. We have the Knight of Cups. They are a very charming person, and they're definitely someone who is, yeah, they're charming. Like, there's someone who is used to smiling brightly at people, and people forget what they are angry. Could also lead to some people-pleasing tendencies, because they love the energy of people letting them do whatever. But they are charming, and they're very handsome. They're very good looking. They're very beautiful. But it's like, what I'm feeling here is, this is all on the surface. Like, they don't let people get in deeper. They have kind of like this, not wall is a little bit too harsh of a word, but they have this barrier where they're like, you can stay right there. You find me pretty, you find me adorable, that's great, that's what I like, but don't come any closer, because that's too personal. And it's like, I feel like a lot of their relationships have looked like this as well. Like, where they were with people maybe even for years, and then in the end they realized that that person didn't even know them at all. And it could be a little bit of a devastating realization for them. And I feel like they have this realization when they meet you, because when they meet you is when they realize how it feels like when it really goes deep, how it feels like when it's real, you know. Not to mock any of their past connections at all, but they immediately notice that what they have with you is different. And it's kind of like, what I hear is the waters were murky, but when you stepped into the picture, the waters were suddenly clear. And water is always about emotion. So it's like they were never truly sure what it means like to be in love, or what it means like to, that they would do anything for someone. But then they met you, and it was clear. And also, I don't get a love at first sight energy here. I get an energy here of someone who, okay, so this isn't for everyone, and I apologize if I offend anyone with this, but some people, they meet the one, and because they aren't healing, they aren't used to being loved. And because they aren't healing, they aren't used to something happy, something good. So they lash out and they go and have a fling, and then they come back, and then they're like, oh my gosh, you're the one. This is an energy that I'm getting here. It doesn't have to apply, but I'm definitely getting this boomerang energy here. Someone who is like, I didn't want to believe it, because why would you be into me? And we do have the Three of Swords here. This person, it doesn't have to be that they are breaking your heart. I know that's the Three of Swords. It doesn't have to be, because in this reading, in this connection with this energy, it can most definitely be that this person is so brokenhearted, that this person is so not used to being loved, and is so, sorry, I need to take a drink. That this person is so not used to being understood and fully seen for who they are, that they really have this boomerang reaction, this lashing out, this taking flight, this moving away from you. And if you are steady, if you are securely rooted in who you are, I see them come back, because they're used to people bending at their will. But you are you, and you are much further on your healing journey than they are. And you can help them by leading by example. And when they see, oh my gosh, you don't people please, you don't bend yourself backwards to please them. This is an energy where they're like, okay, maybe I should come crawling back and apologize. They don't have any malicious bone in their body. They are the sweetest, most charming person. But being held accountable is something new for them. And also being seen. They are used to being this unicorn. And I'm hearing this horribly awful word, exotic. And I feel like they've been called that a lot. Maybe in their youth. It's like they're used to being different. Maybe they're from a small town and they were the only one who stood out, you know. But they're not used to being seen. They're used to being stared at, admired. Maybe they even have like an occupation or a hobby where they're on stage a lot. But they're not used to be fully seen. And it's like you see them and you have kind of like a very low bullshit tolerance level. And this person is into it. We also have the Wheel of Fortune for you. You show this person that what comes up must also come down. You show this person that there is no chance in hell that they can treat people a certain way and expect a good outcome. But also there is no chance in hell that when they're nice, they should be treated abhorrently, you know? It's kind of like you show certain connections and friendships to this person and you're like, look at that. Look at how you are treating those people. And then look at what they're giving you back, which is literally nothing. And it's like you set the wheels in motion in their head that pushes them gently, nudges them on their own healing journey, on their own healing path. Like I said earlier, you're farther along on your healing journey and you're helping them hop on their own path of healing. And they have this epiphany with you that they deserve better and that it is even attainable, because I don't have any doubt in my mind that they know that there is better out there. They've always known, but they just didn't think it was real, or they thought it's just meant to be in Hollywood films. but they didn't think it was attainable for them. And we do have the 10 of Cups here, one of the most happiest cards in tarot. Happy home life, perfectly at peace. And I love that those are two snakes, because snakes in Celtic beliefs are about rejuvenation, are about starting new, because snakes shed their skins. They shed what doesn't serve them to start new. And this is an energy to me of the two of you starting new together after a long and harsh winter emotionally. You start into springtime together. Springtime where there's bunnies and where there's a lot of love and a lot of charming energy, you know. This person, they come in when you're very far on your healing journey, very secure, and knowing exactly where you want to go. And then there comes this person sweeping you off your feet by being utterly charming. And after a while you realize, or maybe immediately you realize, they have a lot of healing to do, and they are not in a good place, and they are faking it to make it. And this is not about you becoming their teacher. This is not about you doing the healing for them, but this is about you inspiring them to do the healing for themselves. They have to do the work, but you inspire them to take the first step to go to there. So let me shuffle the past lives oracle. Ooh, okay, so we have one card. Let me get a second one. Who is your future spouse? Let me get a second card. Who is your future spouse? Okay. So from the past lives oracle, what we have is, we have athlete. Like I said, they maybe are on a stage, but it doesn't have to be a stage. They can also be an athlete. They are definitely in some sort of public eye, and they're admired. We have gladiator, we have duelist, we have martial artist, and we have other, like I just said. The other card that we have is rebel. Oh yeah. We have some serious Aquarius energy here. We have nonconformist, we have activist, we have revolutionary, and we have anarchist. This is a person who is used to people's attention, and it's also a person who's used to be in the public eye, who's used to be different. Like I said earlier, a lot of people maybe used the word exotic when they met them when they were younger. They are different, and they are used in relationships to being collected like a Pokemon. It's kind of like this energy of their past lovers have never had anyone like them, so they just had to have them. So they're not, and I'm seeing 1111 on my clock right now, for further confirmation if you see 1111. But this person is someone who is not used to being fully seen. And I know I've said this in this reading over 20 times, and I'm saying it again. Your future spouse, you're the first one who truly sees them. I also have this beautiful Audacity deck, and we're going to shuffle a card from the Audacity deck before we go to my magical oracle. Milky Quartz Pile Future Spouse. Thank you. So, your future spouse. We have, well, love this. We have the Burned Bridge. It's like a set. Maybe they are a singer on stage. It's like I said, you are helping them burn the bridge with people who are not good for them, but you're also helping them to burn the bridge to habits that aren't good for them. May the bridges I burn light the way. Light a match and watch those bridges burn. As disappointing and disruptive as endings can be, the universe always has your best interest at heart. Disingenuous, fair weather friends, narcissistic family members, toxic workplaces, even abusive habits towards yourself. Like I said in the beginning, burn, baby, burn. That's what the guidebook has to say. You are helping them burn the bridges. You are helping them further along on their healing journey. This is how you recognize your future spouse. But very, very important, I know I'm repeating myself, you are not doing the healing for them. You are helping them do their own healing. That's very important here, because this is a person who is used to others doing things for them, and they're not being unappreciative, but they're used to them not having to lift a finger themselves. And this is what's changing here. You're just helping them find the way, but they have to march it themselves. And from a magical oracle deck, we will also shuffle a few cards for clarification. Milky Quartz Pile's future spouse, one card. That card came out really, really gentle. This person has a very charming, very gentle, very loving energy. And I'm hearing Slytherin in my head. This is someone who is not a Slytherin. I'm not sorting people into houses here. But this is someone who is used to being misunderstood. Slytherin, thanks to Severus Snape, always gives me martyr energy. Someone who martyrs themselves in order to help others, and then in the end ends up being invisible to the whole story, because they did it for the plot, you know. But everybody forgets about it. It's kind of like they're used to... In friendship connections, they are the glue. They are what a friendship stick together, but they don't think they're that important. So when they're on their healing journey and they leave behind toxic friendships, suddenly those cliques, those groups of people, they fall apart, and they will blame themselves, and it will be on to you to let them know that it's not their fault. They don't have to play glue for people who are awful to them. But they never realized that they were the glue. They never realized their own importance. We have Mopsus Potion that gives Sia-like power. Yeah, you will definitely, this future spouse of yours, you will help them see. You will help them see situations for what they are, people for what they are. You see this beautiful unicorn not for their shine, not for their blood. You know, unicorn blood makes immortal. Which says so much about them as well. They are such a unicorn. They help people to be seen, and they're always in the background. Okay, sorry. I'm getting off track, but you see them for who they are, and you help them see. You see them. I'm saying this so often in this reading, and now you get to see a like potion here. It's like, that's why I shuffle them on camera. Polyjuice Potion. Potion that temporarily transforms. Yeah, this person is used to wearing a lot of faces and a lot of masks for others, and you will make them realize there is no mask that they have to wear for you, and it will be really, really scary in the beginning for them to really, and I think it will be scary for them for a long time, to really show you who they are. And then we have the Regeneration Potion that restores the non-corporeal. And there is a little unicorn in the potion bottle. This is so sweet. Yes, just yes. You help them restore those parts of themselves that other people told them aren't worthy or aren't special or aren't important. And you help them. You help them be themselves, and you help them see how unique and how special they are, and you also help them see that you see them and love them for it, not despite of it, but for it. And there's so many things within them, so much non-corporeal, that you restore. Their belief in themselves, their belief in their own beauty, in the fact that they don't have to prove anything to anyone, in the fact that they don't have to achieve or do anything in order to be loved, you know. There's so many wounds that you help them heal because of the way you treat them, and because of the healing practices that and techniques that you're already using, and you're helping them and showing them how they can apply them themselves. It's like, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful energy. They are a very smart person. They're very quick-witted, but they're not used to someone really caring about them without getting anything in return, is what I hear. Like, they're used to this quid pro quo kind of love, but they're not used to someone just going in for love, you know, just for the sake of love. And this all of this is how you recognize your future spouse. This is your future spouse. This is your person. This is your future life partner. And I'm so happy for you. You are such a gladiator, you know, for for showing this person how to navigate life, and for showing this person how loved and how special they are. This is such a beautiful energy, and they will rebel a lot in order to loot out your, or in order to loot out is wrong translated, sorry, in order to make out your boundaries. But your boundaries are already very set, they're very secure, so I don't see any threat there. Because like I said, they don't have a malicious bone in their body, they don't mean to be a threat, they're just trying to figure out how much does this person really like me, because they're used to the pushback, they're used to the I like you but don't do that. But other than you holding your healthy boundaries, you're like, hey, you don't annoy me, I love you, like, you can stop now. You're an adorable rebel, like, yay, but I love you, you know? Let's burn bridges to people who made you feel like less, you know? Let's do this. And it's beautiful. Yes, let's do this. Yeah, this is your future spouse. And for the soulmate twin flame question that a lot of you have in these readings, I know there's a lot of flames here, but this is a soulmate connection. This is someone who is a soulmate, and this is someone who will make you very happy, and it is someone who will forever be very grateful that you helped them shed their old skins, and that you helped them on their healing journey, because you are this bright light. And what did the guidebook say? Let's burn the bridges and use the light to guide us. Yes, this is what you do for them, and they will forever be grateful. This future spouse is someone who sees your worth in a way that is very seldom in connections, because the way you stand up for them, the way you help them, is also very seldom in connections. So this is a unicorn connection. This is something very, very rare and beautiful, and I'm very happy for you. This is really beautiful. It feels so good to be back to reading. You can book a personal reading with me in my Etsy store. If your heart says yes, please leave me a like and a follow. Subscribe. Thank you so very much for doing that. It really helps the channel. I appreciate you. And you can get daily pick a card readings, daily card pulls on my Instagram at the Luna Walker. Thank you so very much for being here. See you in your next reading. Welcome in, beautiful kyanite pile. This is your reading about your future spouse. In this reading, we're going to take a look at how you can recognize your future spouse. What is their energy? What are they doing? Like, the second you see them, you will be like, this is what the weird lady on the internet was talking about. You will recognize them, their energy, their habits, how they come into your life, and also what part of your life you're in when they're coming in, you know? So let us take a look at the beautiful tarot deck that you chose. You chose the last unicorn tarot deck. I absolutely love the last unicorn. It's a film, it's beautiful. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend. I think it's from the 80s. It's very vintage and it's adorable. So let's take a look at your future spouse. Kyanite Pile's future spouse. Thank you. 4 cards. Let's see if we can get another. Your person has a lot to say. It's very sweet, and I'm hearing, I don't know why I'm hearing this, but I'm hearing when it's all said and done. Let's take a look. But that's what I'm hearing. If that means anything to you, great. If it doesn't, don't worry. Always take what resonates and leave the rest. Don't let it reading take from you. Let it only give to you. Okay, so we do have the Knight of Cups, and I absolutely love this because we had the Knight of Cups in pile number 2 as well, and it's a completely different energy. The Knight of Cups in pile number 2 was very charming, very flirty, very I'm pretty and I know it. The Knight of Cups in this card, in this deck, in this reading, in this pile, comes in with an apology. It's an apology energy. It's an energy, not a, how shall I say this? They didn't do anything wrong. It's just an apologetic energy. It's someone who is always looking for the fault in themselves first. I'm hearing the fault in the stars. So maybe you should read that book, The Fault in the Stars. It's beautiful. I just forgot what it's about, but I read it and it's beautiful. And I'm hearing the fault in our stars. They are, could be that they're very spiritual, but this person is very apologetic. They are, and I'm saying the word very a lot, so maybe they repeat their words a lot. They are apologetic, and they are in this energy of, I will try to do better next time. And I'm also getting an energy of they don't have a lot financially, but they're working hard on saving money. And they are in an energy of, I'm trying my best. And at some point I would like to be able to give you the world. But until then, I'm going to work hard. And I apologize if I can't always be here, or if you can't always see me, or if we can't always be together. I'm working hard. And they're apologizing for beautiful things. Like I said in the beginning, they didn't do anything wrong. They're apologizing, and they're very gentle. I'm getting very, very quiet in this reading. They're very gentle energy. They have a very gentle energy. They have this energy of, I'm so sorry I can't give you the world. I'm so sorry I can't give you everything. And it's like, you don't need to be sorry for that. I feel like a lot of times when this person is talking, you're like, you don't have to be sorry for that. But they're working very hard. They have this stoic energy. And they're providing. I just had to post a video because I got food delivered. Yeah, they are providing. They're looking after you. And anytime they do something for you, no matter how beautiful it is, they always have this thing in their mind. It could have been better. I could have done better. And then they provide, and then they apologize that it's not good enough. And they're not doing that because they want to hear how amazing they are or how amazing they did. It's not this energy of, oh, I'm so fat. No, you aren't fat. You know, like people who say they're fat because they want to hear they're not fat. It's not this energy. It's an energy of them truly, truly doubting themselves. It's an energy of them truly being like, this wasn't enough. This person, namely you, deserves more. We do have the Three of Wands. This person knows what they're doing. Like I said, they're really working hard, and they know exactly where they want to go. And they're getting ready for the future. It's kind of like an energy of when other people are buying themselves a huge shiny car, they are saving the money. When other people are going on huge vacations with all-inclusive whatever, they're saving the money because they know where they're going, and they have this very solid strategy that they're putting into action ever since they were really young. Like, they've always put money aside, and maybe that's because they've known how it's like not to have any. Maybe it's because they had a single parent and they saw how it's like to struggle. But whatever the reason, they have always been looking to the future, and they've always wanted to do better for themselves. And ever since they've met you, they also want to do better by you because they see you working hard and they see you deserving more, and they want to be able to provide that for you. They want to be able to give that to you. And we do have the Four of Wands here. Oh, your reading is making me happy. You are, okay, how you recognize your future spouse? This is the person you wander away from the stress with. This is the person you move away from difficult energies with. This is the person where you're like, I can't anymore. I have no energy for life at the moment. And this is the person that is like, okay, let's take 5, you know, and they take a walk through the forest with you, or I don't know in what kind of area you live. If you have forest, maybe you have a beach, maybe it's a walk on the beach, you know, but it's like, they help you to, in Swedish, they say koppla av. It's like they help you to unplug. And it's a very beautiful energy. It's someone you can take a mini vacay from being an adult with. And this mini vacay can be like just a 10-minute walk, you know, but it truly helps your mental health. We have the Five of Wands as well. I'm going to get into this. Let me just show you the last card as well. Two of Cups. We have the Soulmate card. So for those who are wondering, is this a twin flame or a soulmate, tarot just explained it. It is a soulmate energy. Here's the thing. That's why I wanted to see the last card after the Five of Wands, because it holds so much energy of competition and of fierce competition and of obstacles. So I wanted to see what's underneath, and it's the Two of Cups. I feel this could go, at the moment, I'm channeling 3 ways this could go. First one, they're still in another relationship when they meet you. And it's taking some time and a lot of patience for you. Second up, also they're not the kind of person who would ever cheat. They are a straight arrow kind of person, just FYI. Second option I'm seeing here is this is someone who is saying they don't want a relationship, they're not ready for a relationship, simply out of fear that it could deter them from their strict path. And when they meet you, they see that all those cheap thrills that they made use of in order to relax, you know, like alcohol or huge parties, you know, something, those quick fixes, they realize that they're non-beneficial, and they realize that with you, they're just happy all the time and they don't need those quick fixes anymore, you know. But it takes them a while to realize, okay, I do want a relationship with this person. And when I say a while, we could be talking months, just FYI. And the third option I'm seeing here is that this is a person who is struggling a lot with themselves. It's a battle that's going on in their head, and it's a battle about them thinking they're not good enough, them being very apologetic that they can't provide your dream life for you, and them thinking that they have no right to come into your life until they are able to do so. It's an energy of, I'm not ready because I'm not perfect yet. And they will need to learn that no one and nothing is perfect ever before they will be able, and before they will allow themselves to have this connection with you. There's a lot of self-doubt, and self-doubt is of course always instilled by others, either in our childhood or in the present moment. And I feel like for this person, it's both. It's childhood wounds, and it's having connections with people that don't really help those childhood wounds. So from the Past Lives Oracle, let me take a look at who is your future spouse. For the Kyanite pile, thank you. I would like one more. For the Kyanite pile, who is your future spouse? Thank you. So, the cards that we got from the Past Lives Oracle is Power, Position of Authority, Fame or Recognition, Abuse of Power, and Loss of Power. So, this is a person who has a lot of King of Pentacles energy. This is a person who knows how it's like to have nothing and who wants to provide for all the people they love, and you are one of those people. They do not wish to abuse their power. They know how it's like when people do that. They have experienced that themselves, maybe in their childhood. Again, I do get a broken home energy. They want to do right by those they love, and they're very hard on themselves, and they're never letting up on themselves. They're always like, no, it's not enough. It's not good enough. You have to provide. You have to be there for people. We have enslavement with work slave, concubine, emancipated slave, and we have prisoner of war. They are imprisoned by their own mind. They're not allowing them, they're always constantly looking to the future. They're enslaved by their own mind. They're imprisoned by their own mind. They're not letting themselves enjoy things. They're not letting themselves stop and smell the roses. And this is also how you recognize them, because you will help them to wander away from the stress, and not with those quick and cheap fixes that they usually used when they couldn't take it anymore, you know, like flings and alcohol and cheap stuff, but with really profound, rooted, happy things like a home cooked meal or a walk through the park, you know. And it's like, it's the kind of endorphins, it's the kind of happy hormones that they haven't had in a while, maybe even since their childhood. And you're helping them ease the shackles on their own mind that they put there with beliefs like, I'm not good enough, or I don't deserve better, or I don't work hard enough. And it's like they're such a workaholic because they're trying to prove their worth, and they're trying to prove that they are good enough. But to you, they don't have to prove that anymore. You already believe them. And by making them see that, they will also believe it finally, that they're worthy. We have the Audacity deck here. And I will also pull a card from the Audacity deck and read it to you from the guidebook. Look how it shines. It's so pretty. Okay, so, oh, thank you. We have, oh my gosh, I love it. You have the same card pile number 1 got. So if you would like to check out pile number 1, feel free to do so. We have the Audacity. Let me read it to you. A skeleton rose into the serene, rainbow-filled sky, announcing his presence. Your bright, sunshiny day has been suddenly and unabashedly disturbed by the ultimate rain cloud. Just when you thought it was safe to smell the roses, the utter audacity of someone or something is coming to rain on your parade. Oh my gosh, I even mentioned stop and smell the roses. This is the ultimate wake-up call card. This is the card to end all cards. Give the boot to cheaters, users, couch surfers, energy vampires, fair weather friends, toxic bosses, and last week's rotten produce that has the audacity to mold. This is the energy of someone who, thanks to you, is learning to have the audacity again. Thanks to you, this person is learning to stop and smell the roses and to wander away from the stress and to enjoy life. You fill this person's cup and you are helping them refill their own cup. You show this person that it's okay to have the audacity to lose those shackles that they have on their mind. The audacity to take a break, to stop working for a while, the audacity to be worthy, the audacity not to having to prove that you're worthy, you know, just being worthy just by waking up in the morning and being there, just by being present, not having to work in 80-hour weeks before you are enough, you know. And you show how to have the audacity. You show that to this person. Your future spouse, your future life partner, this is how you recognize them. They are a powerhouse of work. They are working, constantly thinking of the future, never giving themselves a break. And when their brain can't take it anymore, they go for cheap thrills. And it's like, it's not making them happy. And they're constantly apologetic about not being enough and about not having gotten enough yet. And about not being able to provide enough yet. And it's like you see them and you see them struggle and you're not happy. Look at your face here. You're not happy. You're really grumpy about the situation because you want them to have the audacity to want more from life but doing less. Work smarter, not harder, you know? It's like you want them to have the audacity to be happy. We have my magical oracle here and we're going to pull some clarification cards. Thank you so much for the kyanite pile. Thank you. Can I get a third one, please, for the kyanite pile and their future spouse, please? They're hardworking, loving, providing future spouse. Thank you. So I'm going to give them to you in the order they came out. And I don't usually have this strong need to do that, but I do have that in this reading. It's giving me an energy of, maybe this person has a little bit of OCD, but this person is like, things have to be neat and tidy and perfect. And I'm also hearing them say, why are things never perfect? for me when they are for other people. It's kind of like the laptop breaks down and they're like, of course it breaks down. My stuff never works. And it's kind of like those self-fulfilling prophecies where they affirm, like negative affirmations are also affirmations. And it's like they're affirming over and over again, my stuff never works, I'm never good enough. And it's like you help them out of this negative affirmation cycle. We have star shower with divine timing. When you meet this person is exactly the right time. Because when you meet this person, you help them see their worth and they help them. You help them see their worth and they help you see that you're worth taking care of, because they are providing and they're taking care of you, and you're going to feel so fluffy and comfy and cozy and safe because of this beautiful hardworking person, and you're the first person who's not taking that for granted and who's not taking advantage of that. And that is such a beautiful realization for them. It's like the abundance for them when it comes to your connection lies in the fact that you appreciate them. And when you tell them that that's also the same for you, they're like, no, it's not enough. I need to give you more than just that. But for them, it's enough. Just this knowledge is enough for them. That's what you give them. We have spell, manifestation, and growth. Like I just said, you help them do positive affirmations to affirm and to manifest positive and helpful things. And you help them grow. And we have willpower. Like I said, this person is a power horse with Expelliarmus, disarming, defense, and fight. You help them fight these shackles in their mind. You free them. You free them from their own mind, and maybe also from connections that instill those fears and that enforce those fears in their mind over and over again. If they have toxic connections like that, it's like the audacity deck said, you will help them let go of that. But mainly it's their own mind. It's this fear of loss of power. It's like they fear if they take a day off, everything goes to shit. Because they know how it's like when everything goes to shit, and I don't want that. Their childhood was chaotic and unsafe enough. They want to do better. They want to provide for themselves, and they want to provide for you, and they want it to be perfect. And teaching them that perfection doesn't exist is going to be a long one, but you got this. Teaching them that they are enough, showing them that they are enough, it's going to be a lifetime achievement. It's going to literally take a lifetime, but they will pay you back in kind. They will show you that to them you are perfect, and they will provide for you, and they will look after you. And this is such a beautiful 4 of Wands, 2 of Cups energy. It's like the most romantic cards that exist in tarot, and you got them. How you will recognize your future spouse, above all of what I just said, is they're such a hard-working, apologetic person, and they don't see their own worth. And you help them, Expelliarmus their imprisoned mind, and they make you feel safe. And you help them have the audacity to want more happiness from life. And maybe you awaken something within them, an intuition, a psychic intuition they didn't even know they had, because all those cheap thrills were kind of muting them all the time. And we also have kyanite. You chose kyanite. Kyanite in Reiki is the stone that Reiki healers use to cut non-beneficial cords. It's the perfect stone for that. And we have the chains literally here. You really help them cut those non-beneficial chains. And they're going to be so grateful. And you will notice that they know what you're doing for them the second when they come to you with problems, because they will come to you for advice, because they value your opinion so much. And they value your advice, and they really take your advice into account. And I don't do that often with people. So this is when you know they're actively working on those chains themselves now, because they're really listening. Your future spouse is someone who is going to be so grateful for you helping them with that. And I feel like when this connection comes into your life, you will very, very early on know that this is your future spouse, because there is this energy of serenity about this reading, and they never yell. They're not a yelling and quarreling kind of person. They're way too focused on their goal and their future to be like that. But they have such a calm energy, and they give themselves so much trouble to having to provide. Like, they're constantly rushing from one spot to the next, from one place to the next, and they give themselves such a hard time. This is how you will recognize them. You are a godsend for this person, and vice versa. This is a beautiful reading. I don't even want to leave it. I wanted to say this is the end of the reading for so long now, because it is, but just messages keep on coming, and this is such a beautiful energy. I'm so happy for you. Thank you so very much for letting me read for you. I appreciate you. You can also book a personal reading with me in my Etsy store. If your heart says yes, please leave me a like and a subscribe. Don't forget to click the notification bell. I appreciate you for doing so. If you would like daily pick-a-card readings, daily card pulls, feel free to follow me on Instagram at @LunaWalker. And thank you so very much for being here. See you in my next reading. Welcome in pile number 4. This is your fluorite. I already put it here for your reading. We are going to take a look at who is your future spouse. So with this reading, with these cards, we're going to take a look at their energy. We're going to take a look at your life, where you're at when they come in. And we're also going to take a look at where they're at energetically and at the point in their life when they come in. And I think you will be able to pinpoint the energy quite easily after we cleared up who they are energetically speaking. So let's take a look at who is your future spouse. We already sped up the shuffling process. We did the incense cleanse and the candle intention, and now we're taking a look at your future spouse. We have the Queen of Pentacles. That's funny because I got a lot of King of Pentacles energy from the third pile, even though I never actually drew the King of Pentacles for the third pile, but it just got King of Pentacles energy. And now we got the Queen of Pentacles energy. So I feel like it could be that one pile is meant for one of you and the other pile is meant for the other one of you. Like, it feels like a flip-flop energy, and I'm just on the first card. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune. So, then we have the Three of Cups. Who is their future spouse? For the fluorite pile, please. Then we have the Four of Pentacles. Who is their future spouse? For the fluorite pile, please. Pile number 4. Thank you so much. Just putting the deck aside. And we have the 10 of Wands. Sorry, I shoved that card a little bit far up, right in your face. I'm so sorry. Okay, so let me just okay. Completely independent of what your sex or gender are. I'm getting mama bear energies here. I don't know if you watch the television program. It's a Netflix series, Good Girls. I think it was on until 2022 or 2021. or 2023. I forgot because all those pandemic years just merge into one. But it's like it's with Christina Hendricks is the main character in Good Girls. And if you haven't watched it, I highly recommend it. But also, the energy I'm getting here is her energy in the series. It's Beth. Her name is Beth in the series, and this is Beth energy. It's Mama Bear energy. It's someone who is used to taking care of everyone. Could be single parent energy, but could also be that you're single parent while you are married. A lot of married people are single parents too. And then when this future spouse comes in, this is the second or third spouse and not the first. Could be. Because I'm definitely getting the energy of someone who is already taking care of a family, already taking care of, and I mean, honestly, it doesn't have to mean children. If you take care of a family, it could also mean that you are caring for an elderly person you are related to, or taking care of your parents, or taking care of your dog, whatever family means to you. You're taking care of family and you are hustling. And it's a mama bear energy. You are putting everyone before yourself. And this really looks like I'm just channeling a television program. It's like, you really should watch Good Girls, is all I'm saying. Here's the thing. You've been working hard for everyone else but yourself. You made sure that that person has their lunch, and that person has their football when they go to practice, and then you make sure that that person has their orange slices sliced at the exact angle that they like them. And oh my gosh, there is a tiny bird on my window. We are visited by spirits saying hello. So sweet. I need to pause the video. This is adorable. All right. We had a beautiful little blue and yellow bird here right next to my window visiting your reading. All right, there's a beautiful, like really tiny blue and yellow bird next to my window on this side, and it's watching over your reading. It's so sweet. I always see birds as, sorry, I kicked the camera. I always see birds as messengers from spirit watching over you. And I think it's so lovely that your entire reading is being protected. Here's the thing. The energy I immediately get from your future spouse is a twin flame energy. Whether you are comfortable with these labels or not, those who are comfortable, yes, we have twin flame energy here. And those who aren't, just take what resonates and leave the rest. Here's the thing. I see you hustling and taking care of everyone but yourself. And I see that this future spouse comes into your life when the tides turn, because with the Wheel of Fortune, what comes up must come down. And you're working so hard and so tirelessly that at some point, a change for the better that has been in the works for a really long time is finally coming in. And I see you celebrating that. I see you going out with the girls or whatever and celebrating the fact that you're finally going to put yourself first for a change. And it's like, it's this energy of someone who had to deal with co-parenting with someone else who is completely unsuitable. It's the energy of someone who is managing everything at work, even though they're underpaid and their boss is taking credit for everything. It's the energy of someone who is taking care of keeping the family together, but then you're still just the black sheep, It's this energy, and you're finally letting those people fend for themselves while you take a night out, and while you set healthy boundaries, and while you're like, no, I am going to take a bath now. And that's when this future spouse is coming into your life. When you allow yourself to let loose. And even if it's just for one night, could be you meet this person partying. So even if it's just for one night, you allow yourself to let loose, you allow yourself to let go. And it's so empowering and helpful. And it's then that this person comes into your life, and it's then that this person comes in, and it's then that this person even has the chance to come in. Because before that, you were kind of running in circles, trying to get everything together, trying to get your life back on track, trying to get everyone's life in order. And while you were in that energy, it was completely impossible for this future spouse to come in for you, because you weren't working on your own life. You were there for other people. So even if they would have stood right in front of you, and even if they would have been like, hey, here I am, you wouldn't really have seen them, because you would have been like, maybe can you step to the side? I have to take care of this for my boss. So I can't take a look at you right now and can't recognize that you're perfect, So this person, how you recognize your future spouse, this person comes in when you set a long-awaited healthy boundary of taking a day or a night off for yourself and letting everyone deal with their shit in the meantime on themselves. It's this energy of someone, of an employee who turns off their phone for the first time in years, because when you're not on the clock, you're not on the clock, and that's when you meet this person. That's when your future spouse comes in. And this person helps you with two very, very important lessons in life. Firstly, don't hold on to things too tightly, because you can't control things anyway. We're merely humans and life happens. So this person helps you to let loose every once in a while. This person reminds you of the night or the day you met when you really did something that you enjoyed for a change. And this person will help you find and experience these moments in your life over and over again, so that taking care of yourself will not remain an exemption, but that it's part of your process, that it's becoming part of your regular process. And this person also helps you appreciate and take on help. You don't have to carry the whole load on by yourself. Yes, you're a mama bear, completely independent of your sex or gender. Yes, you're someone who cares of people, who cares for people, who takes care of everyone. But that doesn't mean that you have to carry all this all by yourself. And this person is making you realize that. This person is helping you recognize that. And this person is someone who not only talks a big game, but this person is helping you let go of all of that by actively helping you carry it. So they're not just talking. They are taking some of the burden and they are carrying it. And I'm definitely getting the energy here that at first you wouldn't allow that, because it's the energy of, no, I'm fine, I can do this on my own. But they call bullshit. And they do this in the nicest way possible. Like they're not mean or anything. They're not like you can't do this or anything. They do that in the nicest and most appreciative way possible. And I feel like I'm seeing a tiny parade in a package, like with a lot of confetti, I feel like they help you see the beauty in everyday life, and they help you to be like, hey, you know what? I'm going to throw you a parade today because you got up and brushed your teeth and you didn't even once mention whether so-and-so is going to be able to make it through that day without you. You didn't even think about it. So I'm going to throw you a little pancake parade in the living room. They help you let loose and just be silly and be happy, and there's a lot of responsibility on you. It could be that you're the personal carer of someone, or that you are the secretary of someone important or something like that. It's like this person really helps you see that the world isn't going to end when you take a day off, or when you take those 5 minutes that you would take for a meeting anytime, but that you take them for self-care. It's like, no, I can't. And this person is, yes, you can. Like, what if you had an important meeting right now? You would take those 5 minutes, right? So take them for yourself as well. It's like this person really reminds you that you matter as well. So let us take the past lives oracle and take a quick look at your future spouse in your past lives. Got some past life energy here. Ooh, wow. Okay, so this card really wanted to come out, and we're going to take it. So, fluorite pile number 4. Thank you. Okay, so like I said, twin flame energy. You had a lot of past lives with this person, and a lot of explosive lives. Just a quick 18 plus disclaimer before I say what I'm gonna say. There's also a lot of explosive sexual energy between the two of you. You guys know what you like yourselves and also respectively, so that's always good. So we have romance. I love it. You're the first pile that got romance. True love, star-crossed love, unrequited love, and love of convenience. There are many different types of love, and I feel like it's very important that in order for this connection to work, that you don't let other people define love for you, but what it means for the two of you, or the three of you, or whatever, you know, whatever resonates. But that you and your future spouse know what love means for you. Don't let other people define that, because if you find it romantic, if it gets you going, then that's all that matters. And then we have secret society, Freemason, Rosicrucian, Camorra, and other. Maybe you were part of a secret society together, but the energy that I'm getting here is that is the energy of people who maybe are going to swinger parties, or people who go to fetish parties or something like that. It's kind of like you don't talk about openly, but it's something that works for the both of you. So that's like kind of like the energy that I'm getting here. Let me give you a card from the Audacity deck. And let me read that card from the guidebook to you as well. Also, please, with those tarot readings that are for a greater collective and not personal tarot readings, please note to always take what resonates and to leave the rest. Only let a reading give to you and not take from you. So, for the fluorite pile number 4, your future spouse. Thank you so much. There is a child crying in front of the window. I'm so sorry. It's like I said, you're the mama bear and your children are always crying and getting in the way. And it doesn't have to mean that you have children yourself. You can also have like a boss that is always whiny and you always have to take care of everything for them. You know, this can mean so many things. And I kicked the camera again because I'm angry on your behalf. Not your monkeys, like not your circus, not your monkeys. This is not, you don't have to. Anyway. I'm getting coffee vibes. Like we're having coffee together, and I'm just like, you don't have to take all of this on, and you're like, yes, I have to. Like nobody else will. And oh my gosh, you have the Lovers, and it's an oracle deck, not a tarot deck. So I'm going to read it for you. And I absolutely love that you got the Lovers and you got romance with true love, and you got the Three of Cups, celebrating that. So this is a good vibes only reading, even though we do have the Four of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands here, because they are good in this reading. They are indicating that your person is helping you carry the load and letting go and learning how to let go. So they are a great indicator, even though they're not normally seen as happy cards. So the Lovers, what we have here for you is love is gentle, love is kind. Your love is of the eternal kind. What did I say? Twin flames, huh? These lovers aren't all rainbows and roses. No twin flames are. They are forever pushing up daisies. You're committed. You're in it for the long haul. Nothing is going to change your mind. You're willing to go to your grave. Whatever you're asking about is here to stay. Yeah, just as dramatic as any twin flame connection I ever read. But I mean this in a good way. I mean this in a loving way. This person, when this person is coming into your life, you are making this very gentle transition from taking care of everyone to occasionally also taking care of yourself. And it's like you're carving out time for yourself. And the more and more you start doing that, the more and more you realize and recognize this person for you. Because, and I mean this in the gentlest and healthiest way possible, you feel that you've kind of developed a sort of obsession for this person. It's kind of the person that you even dream about. And it's like, this person helps you so much. And it could be just little things that they say that help you give up a little bit of control, let go of things that seemed so rigid and so suffocating in your day-to-day adult life. And they help you let go of those things and not let them suffocate you any longer. And they help you carry the load. They actively take things off your plate in order to help you. And you feel free with them at your side. Whatever it is, the secret that the two of you share, you feel safe with them. You know, you can completely trust them. And you feel free with them. With them you can finally feel free and not like you are in charge of everything and you have to take care of everything. And once you experience that, once you meet that person where you have that feeling, the person that gives you that feeling, then congratulations, you've met your future spouse. We have the magical oracle, my magical oracle. So let me pull you some clarifiers. We have mushrooms, highs and lows. Just like the Lover's card that I just read to you said, there are going to be ups and downs. There are going to be highs and lows. There are going to be moments where, honestly, this is the only pile where I get an energy of drama, but it's not a bad kind of drama. It's more like they finally bring excitement to your life. Like I mentioned the television program Good Girls in the beginning. And what she says to him is, knowing you is like having a newborn. I can't sleep anymore. And it's because he's keeping her on her toes constantly. It's like, finally life is about you. Finally there's some excitement. Finally it's like in the TV. It's like on TV, you know? It's like finally something is happening and not a day-to-day grind of adults, you know? We have spell, manifestation and growth. This person helps you grow. This person helps you manifest what you truly want from life. And for the first time in what seems like forever, someone is asking what you want. Not what's best for everyone else, but what you want and what's best for you. Everybody else got 3 cards, but you're getting 4. We have reflection, inner beauty and truth. Yeah, even if you're wearing mismatched socks because you didn't have time in the morning, when you take off your shoes and when they see it, they will find it extremely attractive. They see you for who you are, and they just find you incredibly beautiful, and they just find you perfect the way that you are. And not the way that perfection is being broadcasted on social media, but your own kind of perfection. It's like they see the mismatched socks and they're like, yeah, it's because you work so hard and take care of everyone else, you don't even have time to pick out your socks, and it's so cute. And then we have emotional with Crucio and spite and anger. Like I said, you two are very drama prone, but I feel like it's not in a bad way. It's not in a non-beneficial way, is what I mean. It's in an entertaining way. Could be that making other people jealous is just part of the fun for you guys. The spite and anger is not between the both of you. It is this is not something that is a problem for you. I feel more like you are riling other people up, and it's fun. It's like it's I don't know how that resonates for you, but this is a kinky pile. That's all I'm gonna say. um, Whatever it is that you're doing, you're having fun, and the drama you create is not to upset anyone, but it is to entertain. And it's cute. I don't know if you watched Better Call Saul, but it's Saul and Kim energy. It's the two of you through thick and thin against everyone, if needed, if need be. It's like your kind of romance, it's like with most twin flames, but your kind of romance is messy and hot and sticky and sexy. And it is pulling you from a place where everybody mattered but you into a place where everybody matters and you. And that's a big change, from everybody but you, but to everybody and you. That's a big change. And when that happens, then you will know that that is your person, that is your future spouse. This is how they come into your life. And when you're in that kind of energy, that's when they appear. It's a beautiful energy. And I'm also very happy for you, because moving from taking care of everyone to finally having yourself being taken care of in various ways is lovely. Thank you so very much for letting me read for you. You can also book a personal reading with me in my Etsy store. The link is below. And if your heart says yes, please leave me a like and a subscribe. It truly helps the channel, and it helps me to keep on making videos like this for you. See you in your next reading, and goodbye.